Hello again, and welcome back to today's Reps, an extension of the H3 Leader podcast, where my intent is to share a couple quick thoughts for your consideration. Quick apology though, but today may not be a quick thought because it has been a while and I've had some convergence going on in my life that I'd love to share with you. I'll get to why it's been a while in a future episode, but right now I just want to talk about the integration of business, life, and faith that's going on for me. So in my faith life, in addition to my personal study and activities, I am a bivocational preacher and I speak on Sunday mornings. And right now we are going through Richard Foster's celebration of discipline. And one of the focuses is on the fact that discipline has a negative connotation in our life. We tend to avoid it if at all possible. And yet, if we would learn to focus in on the fruit of discipline across all of our spectrums of our life, in our heart, our soul, our mind, and our strength, our relational health, our spiritual health, our mental health, and our physical health, the fruit on the other end more than makes up for what we would term the pain of the discipline. But we often get in our own ways and allow the quote unquote pain to stop us from consistently executing on the discipline. And so we have to keep that fruit, the potential of that fruit out in front of us. And there are phases to this journey. And right now in my physical health, I am entering into the middle phase of my particular program that I'm on right now, which is 75 Hard. So in the first phase, it's easy to quit. I'm trying it out. I'm accepting the fact that it's going to be difficult, but it's just too hard right now. I got too many things going on. I'm just going to shelve it. I'm going to never get back to it, or I'm just going to, I'm okay right now. And so it's easy to quit early on. When we get into the middle phase, we realize that we have, I guess, what it takes to execute on a discipline, but we start to question whether or not it's really worth it. Is this something I need to stick to? Is it really that important? And fatigue starts to set in, doubt starts to set in, and we are tempted to quit in that middle phase. When we get to the final phase of executing on at least a planned or timed discipline, well, what usually takes us out at that moment is we get to the end of our rope. We are tapped out. We got nothing left. Our resources are used up. There's something that just says, I can't do this anymore. And we may regret it, but even so, we tap out. So let's look at that in my business life. I feel like I'm entering into the middle phase in business. I've had the early phase. I've realized that there's a lot to this. There's a lot of hard work, a lot of discipline involved. I'm learning a lot. I've had my failures, I've had my successes. And in this middle phase, after having survived the early phase, the temptation to let go or to quit comes in. Is this really going to work? Is it worth the time and energy? Is there going to be fruit on the other side of these disciplines that I'm enacting in my business life? And I'm not sharing that because I'm in a space of doubt. I'm sharing that because this is what business owners and business leaders face on a regular basis whenever they're on a project, whenever they're on something that an initiative that they're trying to move forward. They have these same three phases, and in the middle phase, when doubt starts to creep in, when the naysayers start to mount up, when other opportunities start to get in the way, all these things give us reason to ditch all the things that we've done to this point and just move on in a different trajectory. And I'm not saying that that is never the right choice, but if you are convinced that what you are doing is the right thing, it is the perfect thing, it is the beautiful thing, it is what you need, it is what your business needs, it is what the world needs, then you've got to fight through everything that comes at you in that second and third phase. So for me, as I think about the fruit that's on the other side of all the work that I'm doing right now, and I think about what it would look like throughout central and southern Illinois to have pockets of Christian business owners and executive leaders meeting together on a regular basis to encourage one another, to challenge one another, to move the kingdom forward together with one another. And I think of then what it looks like for them to unite with brothers and sisters from throughout the nation and to be encouraged and challenged and uplifted in the difficulties of the disciplines that are unique to those of men and women of faith that are leaders in business. But they don't have to be unique because they have peers around them in this peer-to-peer advisory movement. That's the fruit on the other side of all the work that I'm doing right now. And when you think about where you are in business, in life, or in faith, what phase might you be in right now? What are you entering in? Where do you need encouragement? And if I can be of any help in that, please let me know. But I also want to encourage you with what I'm trying to do. And that is to bring executive leaders together in community, in communion, for kingdom purpose. If you're interested in what that looks like, I'd love to talk to you. Blessings to you. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye-bye for now.